No. Should we?
No, I need this.
Okay. Yeah, so welcome everyone for the January 12th Weekly Wins event. Yeah, I wasn't part of the Weekly Wins last week. I heard so many complaints on how horrible it was without me. So okay, that was a joke. Unpopular one, apparently. I heard that Yared nailed the entire event. So yeah, today we're just going to be going over the same agenda, personal wins and recommendations. Obviously, like this has been going around for quite some time now. We will be receiving some organizational updates. That's something we resumed ever since Emre's arrival from the States. And yeah, we will be receiving some education updates. We're going to be seeing similar faces when it comes to the education updates, as our head of education, head of academy Ethiopia is not with us, but the head of remote education academy is here, so he will be giving us similar updates. And then communications updates from Vanessa, which is going to be given to us remotely, as Vanessa is not present here in the office with us for some personal reasons. And product updates, we will also be receiving some product updates from the product team. They have a lot of updates to share this week. Hopefully we will be getting that as well. Development updates from the core dev team is going to follow up next, and then conclusive remarks by Mr. Al-Arkar. So the agenda has been pretty much similar for the past, how long now? Like ever since the weekly wins, right? So I was planning on changing the format a little bit, maybe include some other events. So it can be informative or it can be entertaining. So yeah, moving forward, like I have read some of the have sent. So yeah, more or less, I'll go over that, and yeah, I'll try to see in which way we can make the weekly wins better. So yeah, let's receive some personal wins. Yeah, I'm going to start with nominations. So one of the things that I received in the feedback forms was that, Kalab, do you have a problem? Yeah, one of the complaints I received was that feedback form. In the feedback form, the way we nominate people, the system is pretty much not something you guys are enjoying. So I'm still going to continue with that system for today, but I'll try to see in which ways we can try to make that better. But for this week, we will have to go old school and have to commence with the personal wins in the older format. So yeah, let's see some volunteers up first. If not volunteers, if we don't have any volunteers, I'm going to have to pick someone randomly, and yeah, you guys might have to share some personal wins, and then finally some recommendations, right? You guys know how that goes. So let's see some volunteers. That's a lot of hands. I mean, people remotely and people attending on YouTube can't see that, but like, I don't even know who to pick. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're actually short in numbers this week, as almost half of our team, especially the education squad, is not with us, and yeah, that's why we're short on people here in person. So yeah, let me nominate someone I have a personal beef with. Well, he already knows what's going to come up next. So Kala Bibaltal, please come to the stage and share your personal wins. Even though I really don't want to hear them, I don't actually want to hear anything from you. But yeah, it's some things must be done. You have to bring the microphone up to your mouth closer, but like not entirely inside your mouth. Okay, don't eat it.
Okay. Okay, thank you, my dear friend Dagam. So the personal wins I have this week are not much. So one thing I bought a new bag, which was a very long time coming. Thank you very much. Yes, that bag. As you can see, it's a very expensive bag.
Not gonna lie, guys, it says Zhang Zhao.
No, it's
I highly doubt the authenticity and the expensiveness.
It's very expensive.
Probably I highly doubt that. I have never seen a bag called Zhang Zhao expensive. All right, go ahead.
Okay, one other thing, I think some of us got promoted from, I don't know, in head of education, to like some rank changes, and now we are as a senior members. Maybe that was the last week win, but it's a win for me since there's a up in the payment. Another win, I think we are almost finished with our core dev tasks, so that is another win. So I have no more wins. So thank you very much. So yes. So that's why hence the bug. Hence the Zhangzhou. So for I would like to nominate Abid. That's the one who's sitting before you sit.
Abil, before you sit, yes, just put down your bag and come to share your nominee. You've been nominated, so share your personal wins, Abil. Yes. This could actually be a very good lesson, like how you can tackle some unexpected things that's been happening in your life and stuff like that. So please share your personal wins with us. Don't need that. Yes, just like that.
Okay, hi. I'm Abel. Personal wins for this week. I have a successful. At the start of this week, I have a successful celebration of Japan Christmas, so it was good. And other than that, for this week, I have planned to, like recently, I have started working in the gym. That's my recent personal win. Not this week, but recently. Yes. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah, this is enough. Yeah. This is good. Okay. Okay. Kala.
Kala Bibaltal, come. No, you again. I'm kidding.
No.
Self-introduction, and then who you are, and then what you are as a person. I don't even think you're a human, so you can tell us that as well. But like, yeah, personal wins, like something that happened throughout the week, and maybe some recommendations. Like the two people didn't actually recommend anything, but like, you saw a movie this week, recommend it to our team, or anything that happened throughout the week. You can feel free to share now.
It works.
Yeah, that's not a chocolate.
My name is Kalab Gurma. How deep does the introduction have to be?
The introduction can stop right there. It doesn't have to be deeper.
So, personal wins for this week.
What happened this week?
There was a lot of break this week. That's some personal win.
That it was only Monday.
2 when you give a heads up. Yeah. Recommendation. I did watch a movie in a cinema.
Cool.
I don't think it's this week though, but I would recommend against it. It's supposed to be horror, but it's funny.
Wait, what's the name of the movie?
I forgot.
So technically, it's not a recommendation. You're just telling us what you did.
It's the only horror movie
A horror
in
movie.
box office right now, I think.
Oh, is it
Thanksgiving, I think.
Saltburn? Huh?
No, Thanksgiving, I think. It's
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Where people.
Can I recommend?
Yeah, yes, of course. You can nominate.
Lala.
Who?
Or Mahi.
Mahi or Lala?
Mahalit.
Mahalit.
Mithai. Okay, Lala.
Hi, Lala.
Should I eat it? Okay. I thought it was a treat. I don't know. It was a normal week. I didn't go there.
But you made
I
plans
spent
to go to
Christmas.
Deborah?
Yes, I was planning to spend the
Holiday.
holiday there,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't. And instead, I celebrated it with my friend. Yeah, it was a fun holiday.
Boy friend or a friend?
A friend, a girl one.
Okay, a girlfriend.
Yes.
Best friend is what I try. That's what I meant. A best? A best? Isaac, don't make this harder than it already is. A friend, okay. Okay, so Lalam visited her girlfriend and what else? Okay. It's okay. Okay, let's. Oh, is she from this organization?
No.
She's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I nominate Yabkal. Welcome
Yabkalu.
back from your birthday.
Yabkalu, I feel like Yabkalu has a lot to share this week. So yes, Yabkalu, come out here. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, I don't have much wins. The break was nice, so I guess it's more of a loss since the break has ended.
Oh,
I'm kind of sad.
you're kind of sad the break ended.
Yeah.
Kind of sad that you. Yes. Where is the passion? I really hope Emre has joined the call, so he knows what his fellow employees are saying. Has Emre joined it?
Yes, I'm here, Dagim. I'm listening with Troy. Please go ahead, Yabkalo. So, team, while Yabkalo is thinking, let me tell you about our open positions. Adult Project is looking for a new deputy. Just kidding, Yapkalo. Welcome back. How was your break? Tell us more, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it was productive. I got to see a lot of friends I didn't get the chance to visit. I visited some family members. What else? It was mostly like a productive break than like a more relaxation day. I took the break to do some personal stuff. I was able to accomplish that, so I guess that's a win. In terms of like organizational win, I was able to contribute even at least a bit, even after a long break. So I guess that's a win. Yeah, I guess I'm nominating Emery for the next.
Okay, but prior to that, what is your biggest learning during the break? Yapkalo, anything that you want to share with us? Something you learned?
I guess spending quality time with family members. I guess we kind of overlooked that, and I kind of learned that in a hard way, to a certain extent. And I guess having a quality time with my family members is important stuff.
Very nice, very nice. I hope you had some with your family.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, Emre, you've been nominated.
Yes, so I was on the stage last week. Therefore, if it's okay, I would love to pass it to Ebenezer. Ebenezer from Ghana, our social media members on the ground, as well as an A2SV in the first place.
Yes, Ibeni, brother. How are you doing, teammate? I mean, I always hear your voice in the morning, but not so many people here in Ethiopia get to hear, your insights. So yeah, let's hear some of your personal wins, Ibeni. Feel free to unmute yourself and say a few words.
Okay, hello team, can you hear me?
Yes, and we would love to see you, Ebeni, if it works. If you are in a convenient place, it will be great to see you.
Okay, give me a minute. I will share my screen.
No, not your screen, your camera. We want to see you.
Sorry, I will share my screen.
No worries. And Tim, in the meantime, a few words I would like to say about Ebenezer. Like, who IPSA is for SU education. Like, whoever initiated the call and then helped us to set things contributed a lot from the beginning. Ebene is also doing the same for University of Ghana education. Like, from day one, even before day one, even before we get to Ghana, he was very interested. He connected us with the right folks. He helped. He distributed our word to the school. So he's one of the largest contributor of first generation education in Ghana. So it's my pleasure to be on the same team. And Ebenezer, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Emery. So, my name is Ebenezer Akwa. I'm currently a media assistant from A2SV Ghana. It hasn't been easy. I mean, coupling the education phase with the media phase, but I'm always striving for the best. Dagim always says that a good can be better. So, I'm always striving to achieve the best for A2SV here.
That was really nice of Benny. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. And yeah, that's something that every A2SVian says, not only me. A good can always be better. It's something that we took from our CEO. Yeah, so yeah, please feel free to spread the word to other team members in Ghana as well. Make sure they have that mentality. Good can always be better. Okay, Benny.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Moving forward, I guess let's receive some organizational updates from Emre while we still have him. So Emre, I've shared my screen. If you can see it, please go ahead and share some organizational updates with us.
Thank you, Dagim. First off, an expected announcement. We have been looking for our new machine learning instructor for a while. Indeed, it wasn't looking, it was waiting, because it's been a while since we parted ways with John Dost. And I was actually waiting Dr. Taye to be available to have this conversation. And finally, I had a chance to meet him in person in Ethiopian Artificial Intelligence Institute a few days ago. And he is becoming our new machine learning instructor for ML track. And this is just the beginning of a deeper collaboration for future. Because they plan to organize AI summer camp for brilliant high school students. And they want us to help this with curriculum by providing assistance. Our current machine learning track learners, they are going to be eligible for this position. And in summer, they are looking to train about 200 high schoolers all over the country with high potential. And they will, they also asked us to do the interviews and hiring. So we will help with choosing the best candidates as well. I believe this is a great opportunity, and they are really looking forward to also collaborating projects that are going to make things better for Ethiopia by using AI. So exciting times. Next, now we are on our way from Adama to Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. The visit was really great, guys. I delivered a lecture for a while, after a while. It was about 7 steps of highly effective problem solving. And even if we had to go extended hours, the lecture finished almost about 9 p.m. Everybody was listening very carefully. I thought it felt like they actually got very good insights. So it was really nice. And at night we were together with our heads. So there is a corporate house, A2SV heads of education in Adama. They live in a house together. And it was really nice to be with them. At night we played some games. We had a good rest. In the morning we were together, and now we are almost arriving at Austra. And lastly, This week we expanded coaching with Mr. Ur. He has plenty of experience, over 15 years of experience in coaching. He has been even in many African countries in the past for training, including Ethiopia. And now coaching with Ur Abi or Mr. Ur expanded to 5 squads. It is currently touching all the leadership in Ethiopia. I believe this is going to help us set the channels for constant growth. And as you guys mentioned, good can always be better. The growth mindset mentality is going to help us to get better, make tangible improvements, but go to our objectives cautiously and optimistically. Thank you very much, team. And let's continue with the plans. Next week, we want to finish the contracts and get payments. Team, this week it has been a lot. There is a lot going on at A2SV. And for that reason, I really didn't have the chance to finish all my execution tasks. So I hope this weekend and early next week, I will be able to go over the contracts and finish the current payments. Get payments are already calculated for education squad, and Cordev is already on it. Hopefully next week, we will be able to process them all, and the recurrence payments are going to continue their flow. Next, publish and send the annual video. So team, there is one beefy video that is coming out of our social media team, which is going to summarize all the education efforts A2SV had throughout the year of 2023. And we are also producing different versions of this video. Like there is a specific version for partners, there is a specific version for schools, there is a specific version for our supporters like Jeff Dean. And the social media team is doing a pretty good job. I would say the general version is 90% ready. Jeff Dean version is 90% ready, and they are looking really good, guys. I'm quite excited. And from Ezgi to Dagim, Kenna, Abdurrahman, Ebenezer, Vanessa, like all our social media team, great job, keep it up. Next. So we are making plans. Those plans are getting feedback, and they start getting implemented by the Cordev team for Expo that is coming at the beginning of February. And we don't have much time left. And we really hope that Cordev teams are going to bring minimum remarkable projects this time that are going to show some retention on them. And some teams, it is harder for them than the others because of the, let's say, problem area they are in. But I'm sure with enough time, we are going to figure our ways out. And lastly, next week, we will also have public and press speaking education by the public relations firm that we collaborate with. So they are going to train us for using the proper language, speaking effectively and professionally when we face with American public or press media. So that is going to take place next week as well. Thank you very much, team. If there are any questions or points you want to raise, please feel free to.
Okay, thank you so much, Emre. So do we have any questions in regards to organizational updates? Anything? Okay, well, everything seems to be clear, Emre. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can, up next, we can move to in-person Ethiopian education. It was supposed to be given to us by Brook. Brook is currently on his way to Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. So in the meantime, we're going to have Yared to give us the education updates.
Hi guys, my name is Yared. I'm the head of Academy for Remote Education, and I'll be giving you the updates and wins and plans for the in-person education here in Ethiopia. So one of the wins that the in-person education had was continuing G5 education. This week, the G5 education was being continued, and they finalized the first phase of education for AIT and half of Adama AS2. So this means in Adama AS2, the students, like 4th and 5th year students, they're going to start their final exams with a similar calendar with AIT students, and the other half, they're going to start in a similar calendar with Addis Ababa students. So in-person education squad finalized the first phase of education for AIT and the first half of Adama Astu students. And they had the Christmas lunch that happened on Ganna Day. I wasn't part of it, but I was told it was a very good lunch. They finalized the pens deal. If you guys remember, last week they mentioned they were going to finalize this pens deal. This pens means they are making A2SV pens and giving out to the students, A2SV students, and so they finalized those deals. So it's going to be given to the students soon enough, I hope. And Brooke Zodu was also mentioning last week that there's going to be a YouTube lecture series continuation. So they started this lecture series. Some heads prepared a lecture and they posted it, I think, on YouTube. There was a plan to continue it this week, but unfortunately, they were busy with other tasks, so it wasn't done. They onboarded newly hired heads of education. Again, if you guys remember last week, we celebrated the hiring of new heads of education and heads of education interns. So they were being onboarded this week. They were onboarded this week, so that's a win as well. And they made the camp planning for the 2 different schools. These 2 different schools are AIT and Addis Ababa Astu. The camp planning was made. I heard it was very detailed and to the point planning that they did. Also, Brooke Zodu last week mentioned the what, the how, and the why at A2SV. There's a YouTube series. The name, as he said last week, is not, it might be subject to change. So there was a plan to start that this week as well. Again, because of other tasks, they weren't able to do it. And also the in-person education heads were collaborating with the remote education squad for doing interviews this week. So we thank them for it. The plans they have is for next week, it's going to be a final break for AIT students. So AIT students are going to have their finals in the coming 2 weeks. So there's going to be a break from A2SV education to give them time to prepare and do their finals. And normal education will continue for Addis Ababa Astu and half of Adama Astu. And those are the wins and the plans for in-person education Ethiopia. If you guys have any question, I'd be happy to try and answer them. If no question,
Yared, I have one question.
Okay.
So it's an unusual situation in Adama that we divide the group into. Why are we doing that? Do you mind telling us more about that? Yared, you are muted if you are speaking. We don't hear remote people.
So the reason for this is because half of Adama Astu students, I think it's around 12 the number, they have similar exam schedules as AIT students. So for that final exam schedule. So for that reason, we're going to separate the Adama Astu education like into 2 groups. And the first half, they're going to be given the final break, and the others are going to continue the education. So for the first half that are going to have similar exam schedules as the AIT students, they're going to have a similar plan with the AIT schedules, and the other half they're going to follow the Addis Ababa Astu schedule. That's why I'm.
Thank you, Yared.
Thank you, Yared. All right. Any other question from here or other remote people? If not, then.
Yeah, thank you, Yared. You're gonna have to come back here again, right? Okay, so let's receive Ghana education updates in the meantime. Fisa, are you with us?
Yes, Doug. Yes,
Yeah, so one member from Ghana is already showing his face. Ebenezer is here. So it would be nice for us to see you as well if you're in a place that's convenient to share your camera.
Yes, I'm in a convenient place, but the camera doesn't work on my PC. So sorry, Dad.
Well, at least you have a profile picture, so it's fine. We can see that. Help us go over the Ghana education updates. You can see the screen, right?
Yes, I can see the screen. So next week there will be a final break. The final exams for Ghana will start as well. So this week we didn't pressure them that much. So we had emergency lecture, and we are expecting confirmation for access to dormitory, after February 5. So we established the communication lines with the dormitory people, and we are waiting for the confirmation currently. And we have been having directly mock interviews and one-on-ones. So as I've said, we expect to hear from the dormitory office next week. We are expecting confirmation for February 5, and we will be having pair programming and practice sessions on Monday and Tuesday, but the final exams will start on Thursday, so we are planning to stop having sessions starting Wednesday, and after that we will be having a final break until the next education season starts. So that's what's going on Ghana education. So do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you, Fazid. Do we have questions for the Ghana education squad? Yeah, I guess that was a concise update, Fazid. Everyone seems to understand what happened throughout the week. So if no one has a question, thank you so much for the updates.
Okay, thank you, Dad.
Yeah, again, let's welcome Yarid again to receive some remote education updates.
All right, guys, I'm back. Now I'll be telling you about the remote education updates. So for this week in remote education, we finalized the interview grading and the overall interviews for the G5 remote education applicants. We finalized the preparation for the education sessions. We were planning on starting our education session next week, but we felt that it would be a bit rushed. So we're going to push it for the week after. That means we're going to start our education session on January 22. We also finalized the Telegram bot development for second year of education and remote. So the students worked on good projects. I had the chance to hear about some of them last night in our sessions. And those are good projects. And hopefully we're going to tell you a bit more about them in the next weekly wins. We also prepared project ideas for the second year education students. We were discussing with the product squad to come up with project ideas for second year remote education students to work on. And those are finalized. The plans that we have for next week is we're going to do the interview post-processing, meaning we're going to be sending rejection letters and feedbacks and all necessary things that need to be done. We're going to probably be requiring help from the community squad in this thing because they have experience in it, and I'm sure they will extend a hand. Next thing, we're going to have our rehearsal lectures because we're going to be given lectures on the first week. We're going to do our rehearsals next week. And also, as I mentioned earlier, AIT students are going to have final exams next week. This includes most of the heads of education and remote education. So those people are going to have their final exams, and we have prepared a plan on how to navigate because the heads are going to be on finals. So those are part of our plans. Any questions you have for remote education? Yes, Vanessa.
Hi, Eric. So I just wanted to confirm if you now have the numbers, the number of African countries we have.
Can you repeat your question, Vanessa?
Okay, I'm saying, do you now have the number of countries that we have, like the diversified countries we have for the G5 students?
Oh, for that, we have not decided on the people we're going to accept because we wanted to have Emre's opinion on it. So we have not finalized that yet, but we will by Monday. So I'll make sure to give you that information then.
Okay, thank you.
So that is going to be it for remote education. Feroz for community.
Hi, everyone. So to go over the wins and plans for community. Some of our wins are, we've started preparing for February conversion. So for in-person education, the next conver season is here. So we've been doing some task divisions. We've prepared the form to accept our new students and whatnot. The other one is we've prepared a Telegram bot. So if you remember in our previous weekly wins, I've discussed that we have a new Telegram content ready for our new members in community, for them for easier navigation in our Telegram channels. And to make it even more friendly, we've been creating a Telegram bot for the past 3 days or so. So on Monday, it would be public and tested and deployed. The other one is continued conducting remote interviews. So we've been helping community education in conducting the remote interviews. The other plans we have for next week is we are going to have our first Q&A session. So we've had these sessions last year, rarely. So this year we're planning to bring them back to have more connection with our students and to give them a stage to ask and connect with us directly. And this will take place next week. And this we decided next week would be a best time because February conversion is going to open, then education is going to kick off. So it would be a good chance for them to communicate with us. The other one is we're going to open February conversion. The form already is ready, it's up for a review. And hopefully tomorrow, some day next week, we'll be opening February conversion for in-person education. And we've started writing document about community. The purpose of this document is that we're going to build a chatbot in a community, and we need to have our data inside that document. And that document is going to be prepared and be done next week as well. And as most education squad as well, most of the heads are going to be on finance. And we've been trying to create a plan and try to navigate our tasks. So that's all for community end. Do you have any questions? If that's all. Oh, yes, Vanessa.
Hi, Faris. Just wanted to ask, is this targeting students in Ethiopia only or in Africa? Because I'm seeing Telegram. Are we open to post it on our social media platforms as well?
Is the chatbot only for Telegram? Is that the question, Vanessa?
Like the community education.
Like
the graphic prepared for calling applications to join community education. Is that for Ethiopia or that's for Africa? Oh, I can't hear you, Faris.
Sorry.
Okay, can hear you now.
Yes. So the application is for the February conversion application is for AIT, Addis Ababa ASTU and Adama ASTU students. So it's for Ethiopians only.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So yeah, are there any other questions from in-person or remotes? If not, like.
Okay, thank you so much, Feroz. We don't have any questions. Let's move right next to communications updates by Vanessa. Vanessa, please take charge.
Thank you, Dagyun. Hi, everyone. I'm Vanessa, and this week we had some high priorities on the video scripts for drafting and the recording, and also gathering the students to do the one shot for that. This is going to be meshed at the end of the annual videos and personalized for different people. So Jefftin was one of them, and it was prior to this week. And we did the recording, and then also did some 10 videos for like studio shoots for the students that were available. And then also a video script, we sent those for Jefftin, and then also another one for Google as well. We should also be finishing the Bloomberg one by day end. And then social media posts, we had stories. One of them was highlighting the meeting or get together that the US team and the alumni had. And then also we had other posts as well. And then motivational, and then we also had another one on Friday that we're going to be posting now as well. And then we also created to be orderly about these stories as well. They are not random. We also created a document for the Instagram story plan. So Mondays will be for motivational Mondays. Tuesday will be Tech Tuesday. We'll say interesting things about A2SV, the program, things like that. Wednesday, it will be our question and answer day. Thursday will be our Did You Know Day. We'll talk about things that happened at A2SV in 2019, years back, that are happening in education, that are happening in tech news, things like that. Friday will be a fun day. Whilst Monday and Thursday, we concentrate on the A2SV student. Friday, we'll concentrate on the A2SV staff. We'll have some nice work memes maybe, or something light as well, including, of course, weekly wins. And then also the 2023 annual video, it's Emre has already talked about that. It's almost finalized, I guess. And now we'll just view the final version after the editing suggestions that were done yesterday. And then also ongoing editing with the A2SV annual newsletter. So this week, we collected some details from different departments. So what was remaining was from remote education and also the hackathon team. So that has been received, and also like a minor from the remote team. But as Jared said, we will have that information, and then also we'll try and give our best shot and high quality on this one as well. And then also the first draft for Adults Brand Identity is finished. So we're going to review it in social media, and then also pass it to the adult team to review it and also give us feedback, and then we'll work on it from there as well. And then also we received an impact sheet from the task group. It was basically a document that comprised of the achievements that A2SV has done, students we've educated, students who have been in top tech companies, just basically something to introduce us in the front line to sponsors or donors. And it's also ongoing editing because some comments were made from the team as well. And then next week on our plans, we want to put more effort in terms of the CodeF teams, since they have an upcoming expo. We want to make sure we finish everything by January. So end of January. So what we're going to do is now we're going to set up 5 social media pages for them. And we discussed this actually last week. So it's now us waiting on the teams. Please send your one pages either to the product team, to ZLLM, or to us so that we can get this done. And we also discussed that one person from the team is supposed to open the page so that it's attached to their LinkedIn page. And then from there, we can work on the overview, the logos. We'll work on new stuff on the cover images as well. We'll do some illustrations for that. So it shouldn't take a lot of time. And then from there, we can start promoting these pages organically by making sure everyone in the team is an admin, they can start sending follow follow invites and things like that. So the faster we get this information, the faster it is for us to start working on this information as well. So that by the time they get to the expo, you have some social proof in terms of the social media platforms. And then also, as I've mentioned, we have done the first brand identity. So from this, we're going to draw inspiration and then also see how we can do the other four. So for the other four products, we're also going to be focusing on this next week and see if we can get done by then. Part of our team have like some exams. It seems like next week is a busy week, but we can see what we can do and we'll try our best. And then also, we should have like a high quality standard for the 2023 newsletter and also give this one our best. And as soon as that one is done, we'll also have Emira's newsletter as well, drawn from the editing that we'll have from the annual newsletter. And then when this is done and the newsletter has been approved, green light finalized, we will make something beautiful as well for internally and also to share with our organizational subscribers and also some donor list subscribers as well from Brian. It will be a colorful thing, just like a magazine to explain. That's why I put that up there. And then also we wanted to shoot an alumni success video this week, but it seems like the camera is on demand. So I hope by Monday we should be able to do that. Sorry for the inconvenience, Yusak. And then also the CODEF, after we're done with the brand identities, then now we can know what kind of posts we can do for each product. So we'll have also like the first social media posts for each of the CODEF teams that they can have, such that by the time we get to month end and stuff like that, they will have some following and also something on their pages as well. And then also Task, as I mentioned last week, Task is working on the Google funding press release. So that's also part of the plans. Hopefully we'll be able to see their draft next week. And then from there, we'll let you know as soon as this is published, and hoping for some great results and some reach, and also getting the name of A2SV out there in the market space that they're going to publish this on. And then also, we have been discussing some changes in terms of the LinkedIn partnership reach outs, the strategies in terms of who's doing what. So for now, the next thing is Brian is taking the new donation reach outs and partnership reach outs. So now what we're going to do is we have some people who reached out during the time we were doing this from Emira's profile. So we now have some of their emails, and also some of their emails we drew them from HubSpot. So next week we want to focus on getting this list and start to do email reach outs to them through Emira's email. So we want to make sure that these lists are organized and catch up on these conversations. And there was also some conversations that Emira had. We need to have an update in terms of how those went, or if they took place at all. And then from there, we can know how to personalize each email and send it to the different people. And of course, we'll have some social media posts and according to our January content plan and anything that will come up. So basically, that is all from the communications team. Thank you. Any
Thank you,
questions?
Vanessa, for the extensive updates. Yes. Yeah, let's receive some questions. Yeah, do we have any questions for the communications team? Mahi, in the Lensa, I heard you guys had a question earlier, so you guys might want to bring it up to Vanessa. We should do it now.
Okay, so like for the LinkedIn pages, like we tried to create one for Akil, and like for the we need to have a personal account set up first, and then Akil will be added as a page. So what if like we already have Embrace account? So what if we add pages for each project on that one, and you guys can manage it from there?
I mean, Emra can answer to this, but the thing with doing that is there's also the conversations of this project not really being 100% from A2SV. So maybe Emra can answer that, and we can see what is the best strategy to go for the long run instead of just like the short-term run. But the thing with being an admin for the pages, it's not really a big train smash, whatever we choose to do, because the admin rights can always be transferred to someone else. So Emre, would you want your account to handle this, or it would have to be different?
Vanessa, sorry, like we were relocating with our teammates in Astu. Could you please repeat from the beginning? What's the question?
Okay, so Akil is asking that since can the CODEV social media pages, like the LinkedIn pages, be managed from your account?
So basically, each team is going to have one member, which is going to be the connection between social media squad and let's say development squad. And that person plus social media team plus when needed other team members are going to help with these efforts. So at the beginning, there is no huge social media work needed, guys. Again, let's remember, before user retention, we don't want to bring a lot of attention on our systems. This is a very important thing. Like we don't want to make such kind of a rookie mistake. If your app is not loved by your test users, or at least some of your test users, that is not the time to invite many people. So for that reason, like once we get to that point, we are going to have obviously higher marketing push. But at the beginning, this is to create our presence. And the work is going to be done mostly in collaboration with the social media team. So the teams are going to get their opinions. They are going to do the tasks together. With their approvals, things are going to be placed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Emre, to reiterate on that, the question actually that was raised from Akil was, is there a need to create a separate account entirely for the LinkedIn page to be created, or can we just use your account the same way we did with A2SV and just try to create more pages, you know, like so everything becomes centralized?
Team, like we can take this offline. Obviously, this is not something we will decide without getting opinion of a professional. Mirna, who is our LinkedIn strategy manager, we can get her opinion on this and then take the right action accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, if we don't have any more questions, we can. Okay, we have one more question. Go.
More like a suggestion. So all the core dev related documents are linked in our index document, and like every one pager, like the pitch deck and everything is there. So like the social media can take a look at like those to create the brands. I heard Vanessa asking for like where these things are there. So like the BI team and the product team also have access to these documents, and you guys can look into the one pager and pitch deck for each project in core dev. There's one index sheet, so you guys can access it from there.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
thank
guess
you.
as
We
for
also
the
created a
creation-
channel for communications, CodeF teams and product. So if we could also bookmark this in that channel, that would be easier access. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? No. Okay. In that case, let's have Muse out here to give us the product updates. Come out here, buddy.
Hi everyone. Sorry about that. My name is Musa and I'm from the product team. And our wins for this week are coming up with the project ideas for remote education. This had been a very long and elaborate process, but we've finally managed to come up with 3 ideas. And these 3 ideas are going to be presented for the remote education students. Other than that, PRD reviews and export deliverables. So PRD reviews are for projects that have been going through the product process in the project phase, in-person project phase, and the export deliverables wins is we've successfully managed to list out the deliverables that we want for the expo, and we've shared that with the core dev team members and core dev projects and the projects that are being going through the process in the project phase. Other than that, we posted the jobs for freelance and full-time in LinkedIn and Upwork, and we're currently receiving applications through those job postings. We're currently working on marketing strategy document, and this document is going to be for the core dev projects. Other than that, we're finalized work schedule until the end of January for the core dev team members to prepare for the expo, and this has been shared with every core dev members, and we expect them to follow this schedule. Other than that, we made an arrangement for all A2SV projects, including the project phase projects and the core dev projects, to have a show their projects at the expo, and there is an arrangement where they will be iterating and showing their projects. The last win for this week is we secured a partnership with St. Joseph School for Skill Bridge team, and this is done yesterday. Our skill team members and the Skill Bridge team went to the school and managed to secure a partnership with the St. Joseph, St. Joseph School. So moving on to our plans for the coming week, we are planning to create a roadmap for the remote education. Since they're going to be starting their project phase, they're going to go through the product parts, and we're going to help them out with creating a roadmap and making sure they go through that roadmap. Other than that, PRD reviews will continue, and this the purpose of these PRD reviews is to prepare the PRDs for the new hires from the job postings we have for the UI UX, and to prepare the projects to development while project phase students return from their break. Other than that, we're filtering freelance and full-time application form applicants, and we're going to be interviewing and filtering them so that we hire the correct people. Other than that, the expo projects, the projects that are going to be presenting their projects on the expo are going to attend business-oriented events, and this is going to help them out because these events are entrepreneurial and startup-oriented, and this is what we aim to achieve. Other than that, we're going to continue actively working on materials for the expo. So since we have prepared the roadmap and we have already started following that roadmap, we're going to be monitoring the core dev projects while they work on the materials, the deliverables for the expo, and we're going to do reviews and suggestions, and that's the plan. Then lastly, we're going to have our first interaction with teachers and students from St. Joseph School next week. We're going to demo the project, the Skillpro project for students, and we're going to release the product to the students, and we're going to test it on them, and it will be our first interaction, and we expect it to be on Monday. And that's all we have for the plans. Does anybody have any question?
Is St. Joseph the school where only boys learn?
Yes, that's the one.
Any particular reason why?
The reason we approach them first is because we have alumni from that school in our product team. That's basically the main reason we did it.
Is the next target going to be the school where only girls are?
Yeah, that's it. Any other question?
What do you expect from this partnership?
With St. Joseph School? Yeah, so it's mainly going to be the testing ground for our product. We have partnered with other schools, I think 3 before this, and we're going to release the product to the students, and we're going to see their progress or their usage in a weekly time period, in a week time period, and we're going to ask them like what they used, what they liked, what they didn't. So it's going to be an alpha or beta testing platform, I think.
Do you have a target number of schools that you want to incorporate in this test?
Right now, I think we're going school by school, and we'll see where it leads. All right. Thank you, guys. If there's no question.
Yeah, okay. Let's quickly jump into the development updates from the core dev team. Let's have Tadios out here to give us an update from Team AfroChat. And Tadios.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so for us, the prioritization is going to be focusing for this week. We are focusing on prioritizing the features, and we have done that. At the same time, we reviewed some of the admin dashboard and minor fixes that should be applied. We also have done that, and also we were planning a sprint for the expo in preparation for the expo on how to do it, and the deliverables and the time range for them. We have also done that. For the plan, so next week we're going to start implementation on the features. We're going to also be launching the beta version on Google Play and get as much as users as possible. And also we're going to be preparing for the expos by the LinkedIn accounts, also the brochures, one-pagers, and other documents that might be needed. So pretty much this was our update for this week. It was a slow week, but yeah, this is it. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Next is going to be.
Yes, up next, Team Adults by Adona. Adona.
Okay. So for this week, we did some feature prioritization. There were some features that we saw from other apps, and we would like to incorporate in ours. So we prioritized them and made a plan for the next 3 weeks. We've also devised a plan for the Telegram community. We did this, mostly the product team did this, and yeah, I guess the plan is ready. There's also the MOU signing with Blue Hills. It hasn't been signed yet. It will be signed next week on Monday. So yeah, that's something we look forward to. We've also finalized the admin dashboard analytics UI. The UI is done. It's just left. The only thing left now is review. For the plans next week, I've mentioned this again. I'm going to mention this again. It's mostly the MOU signing. We'll also utilize, I guess, our new partners to post some content on our Telegram community based on the plan that was devised. The other thing is we'll start implementing a new feature, which is the quiz. So we're going to design the UI and also do some schema design on the backend. So yeah, that's the plan. Any questions?
Okay, now Team Akil by Malik.
No? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay. So yeah, the mobile app is currently hosted on the Google Play Store, and only invited people will be able to download and test the app. So if you guys want to test our app, you guys can register on our Telegram bot, and then we will shortlist you to our Google Play Store, and you guys can check out the mobile app. We also plan to do the researcher survey on this week, but we'll do that on the next week, which is the plan for us. So we'll also visit volunteer group meetups. They have monthly and weekly meetups, so we'll be visiting one of their weekly meetups next week and try to test our mobile app by onboarding them to our platform. We will also refine our posters, banners, stickers, and brochures like next week to be used for the expo. We'll do the researcher survey on similar products. We'll continue doing that. We already started this. And implementation wise, we have prioritized the voluntary discovery and outreach feature to be implemented first. So we'll have a pool of volunteers where organization can directly access these volunteer pools and reach out to these volunteers. We would be implementing that, and also some of the features, some of the pages from the dashboard analytics will be implemented next week.
Are there any questions for Team Akil? Okay, if there are not, thank you. Mahi. Let's receive some updates from SkillBridge by Danny.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Daniel, product lead at SkillBridge. Yes, it is. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. So for our wins, last week we had a prioritization and the planning session for the expo. So like our sprint used to run from Monday to Friday. So like for the sake of expo, so that we could have perfect 3 weeks, we changed our sprint to run from Wednesday to Wednesday. And that way we are going to have like perfect 3 weeks. So we're currently on the first iteration of our plan. Other plan we had for last week was to onboard teachers for content review. So like as you guys have heard from the product team, I actually want to thank the product team for helping us on this matter. Like we have discovered 2 what are they called, organizations or like agencies that kind of work on tutoring high school students. And also like we have had a chance to contact St. Joseph High School as well, so that we could onboard teachers like to review our content. And that has been done because of the help of the product team. So I would like to thank the product team for that. So based on that, we are going to make a decision next week as to which teachers to onboard to review our content, basically, whether to go with the agencies or from the high school, basically. So that is still on progress, but I would say like we've progressed very well on it. The other plan we had was to finalize the new features we're going to add to our APK, and we have finalized the contest feature. So like we're going to have in-team testing on Monday. After that, like we're going to like basically share it with students, and they are going to basically test it, and we're going to collect feedback from them. That includes like the dynamic content features that couldn't be finalized because like we were a bit short in research this week. We have progressed well on the backend end. Like we're hoping to finalize it in our first sprint time, meaning like before Wednesday. So we hope to be done with that. Besides that, on the Army dashboard, we had a plan of finalizing analytics-related features, but like there are a couple of independent standards integration with the dashboard. Those having to be finalized, but I would say like it's about 90% ready now. On top of that, we're going to add like integration with the Firebase analytics So like that will be focus of web team and the backend team next week. Other thing we did this week, and one thing I would say is going for us is we had a literature survey on some similar products, and we've gotten good insights. We haven't covered all the products we've listed out, so that's also going to be continued next week. Moving on to our plans. So like early next week, we're going to finalize the dynamic contents feature and like the contest as well. For the admin dashboard, we plan to finalize the analytics, like especially analytics of specific user and the Firebase analytics as well. We're going to visit St. Joseph High School, and we're planning to contact the teachers. And if we get a good deal, we're going to onboard them. And at the same time, we're going to meet the students as well, and we're going to share the APK with them. We plan to visit them once again after a week, and we're going to collect feedback from them. So the product team have mentioned this, so that's going to be repetitive. The other thing, we're going to go through some YouTube contents for high school students, and we're going to see if we could use some videos to provide in our platform as well. So we have started communication with GlobeDoc Academy, which provides YouTube contents, video contents for high school students. And if things go great, and if their content is good enough to be placed on our platform, we're going to review the contents, and we're going to place them on our application as well. So that is going to happen next week. Besides that, we're going to refine our posters, banners, stickers, and brochures for Expo, and literature service is going to continue as well. So, any questions? Remote people and in-person people? If not, that's it for SkillBridge. Next team can continue. Rate it, not tonight.
Thank you, Danny. Let's continue with Rate It, Nati.
Okay. I'm Nati from the Rated team. So for our for today's weekly wins, the main priority for our week was implementing our dashboard, and we have progress on the Telegram mini app as well. So for the dashboard, we have implemented necessary backends. So the necessary backends until now. So for the dashboard web implementation, we have implemented about 4 epics, meaning user stories that are grouped under those. So the restaurant page, the restaurant view, authentication, and so the main dashboard. So this have been implemented. And for the Telegram mini app, so authentication pages also have been implemented for those, and the home and recommendation page. And for the next step, feature prioritization. So we've done prioritization for those features by analyzing our competitors and having steps that we need to push for. And lastly, we have had mobile updates. For those, we had OTP autofill and refreshing on UI, on discovery restaurant page, and performance optimizations, which will also continue next week. So for our plans, so for next week, we plan to integrate Google Analytics into our local database, and we plan to continue work on rule-based recommendation logic, meaning we will alter how we recommend, how our recommendation works basically. development, and that's for internal testing. And we will do background processing on mobile app, on the mobile app, and we'll do performance testing and improvements on the mobile app as well. And lastly, on data population, we plan to add food item images. So we will have our way of adding images, and we'll try to implement that. So that's it from the rated weekly wins for this week. If anyone has questions. So if not, Dagi, take the stage.
Thank you, Nati. So one more thing is rated team is the only team that doesn't have a roll-up, like I mentioned to you earlier. So make sure to communicate this with your team and give us the PDF design so we can pass it to the printing company, and you guys will have your own roll-up banners as well. Okay? All right. Yes, this was pretty much it. Yes. Okay, the roll-ups need redesigning? Yeah, okay. In that case, we will have to talk to the printing company about, like potential pricings and stuff. But as for the rated, we paid, but it was not delivered last time. That's why. So they need to be compensated. And that's what we're trying to do. But if it's a redesign and if we're going to do that, the entire thing again, I believe we have to talk to them about their pricings again. All right, Mr. Alper, sorry for taking this long. We can proceed with the final.
Okay. Hello, guys. Dagim, the quote of the day may stay there. No, you don't have to change it. Let's start with the quote of the day and let's dwell into it. Rumi said, "True happiness is found in the present moment, not in dwelling on the past or longing for the future." Now let's talk about this. Everybody knows that as human beings, where we are here is defined always by our past. We have had problems, we have had joyful moments, we have had anything, but they are all past and they all contribute to this present moment. Apart from it, we all have dreams for work, for health, for the rest of the life. So basically, dreaming for the future is a human behavior. And also, thinking about the past is also human behavior. But it doesn't change the fact that we are here and we are now. So basically, the only moment that is relevant for our lives is that moment that we are living in. So basically, as we are here and now, what can we do about here and now? We can think of our past, or we can dream about our future. These are not, bad things to do. The bad side of this is to dream too much and to be stuck in the past. So basically, at this present moment, we can get our conclusions from our past events, past actions, and say that, okay, I did something this as wrong and this was good. So basically, what we get is the experience. So we have the experience of the past, and we mustn't get stuck with this experience with the past. We should take learnings from them and move forward. And while moving forward, it's always good to dream. But to make the dreams a reality, we have to work, and before that, we have to plan. As you may have already heard from me a lot of times, planning is very important. So basically, as a single sentence, if you get your experiences and learnings from the past, to get a bright future or a, let's say, better tomorrow, you have to plan. Planning can be used in many ways. If you know that you are going to write a report every second Sunday of the, let's say, month, you can put an alarm. But this is not only bounded to work. If you are going to call your parents twice a week, you can set an alarm. So you can use the technology in planning as well. Basically, learn from the past and plan for the future, not dream for the future. As A2SVians, we are doing a great job, and our job is to improve what we are currently doing. So basically, planning, planning, planning. That will make us succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alper, for your insights. And with that, I would like to conclude this week's weekly wins. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for attending. Mr. Alper, thank you so much for your wise words.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care.
Yes. All right. Have a good time, everyone. Goodbye.